Let me tell you what narcissist people truly do not want you to know. You know what I'm saying? What narcissists accurately do not want you to know, either by mistake or by incident. They don't want you to know it. If you have associated with narcissist people, or you have come to a point of doing stuff with them, you know that they are so childish. In my dialect, we do used to say a word. He said, no matter how old someone is or how young someone is, that does not mean he or she is not still what mugu or mumu, meaning that no matter how you grow, you can never grow away stupidity and idiotic if you were accurately addicted to that lifestyle. Because let me tell you, narcissist people are those categories of people, who watch you, who study you, and they'll forget their own life, they'll forget their own self, they'll forget their own dreams, they'll forget their own purpose, but they'll just be monitoring you, mocking you when things are tough. They'll just be mocking you when things are not going well. They'll just be believing that that is how life will always be. They'll just be believing that, nothing good will ever come from this person. He will never succeed, because of his situation. Let's use him. Let's take advantage of him. And when you notice them, you got to understand that even the word that they always say mean what nothing. When they are around you, the word that they say is accurately was something useless. Why? Because they are so childish. They don't have this mentality that, one day the story will accurately change. They don't have this narrative that, you can do even more without them. You can succeed even more without them. Because they are so childish to believe within them that, as long as if they are rich or they are wealthy, they believe within themselves that nobody can be like them and no one will be able to be successful like them. And with that, they will use what they have to oppress others. Where the problem is that when the thing turned against them, you got to understand that they are not going to take responsibility of all that they have done. They are not going to take accountability of everything that they have did. But what they will try to do is that they will try to manipulate word. They will try to make you feel like you are the cost of what they are going through. They will try to manipulate their word, or they will try to make you feel like, everything that they are going through, all that is happening to them, all that they are suffering is because of you. And these categories of people are so childish to the point that they believe within them that you ought not to do better than them. You ought not to do success. You ought not to be successful than them. You know what I'm saying? So that is why if you have some people in your life today that you have not yet figured out who they are, and you notice that they are all narcissists and they behave childish, don't just bother. Walk away from them. Walk away. Don't think they are going to change. No, because even sometimes when you see someone who is narcissist person, whether they are 80, they are 50, they are 70, they are 40 something, 30 something, 50 something, 60 something, 70 something, you come to understand that when they are talking, you just be like, does that mean these people don't have good moral training? No. Does that mean they were not brought up in a good way? Because there are some Italian people today that when some of them are talking, I will just be like, where this one come from? Does that mean they don't have, a good training from home? Does that mean, they were not brought up? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you have to understand that majority of them are already used to that. That childish character, that oppressing character, that mentality of, they are better than everyone, that mentality of nobody can be like them is always within them. But when it turns against them, when they see that you are succeeding without them, you become the problem. But don't bother, because the only thing that they can do is to talk. But walk away from them. Walk accurately away from them. Because no matter how you try to wait for them to change, they are not going to change. Because they will always want you to change. They will always want you to do or to be convinced that all that they are doing is right. So walk away from them, because that is the greatest thing you can do. You know what I'm saying? Walk away from them. Just cut them off without looking back. Because they are not going to yield nothing into your life rather than chaos. Because that is their lifestyle. Remain blessed.